Hey, so Professor Bynum, he's the one that did the cockroaches out in the mall area
Yes.
last year, right?
Yes, that's him. He loves bugs and everything. Last semester he brought his pet roaches, and he made everybody grab them by hands, and I said no. So I was in the corner of the room like, no, I'm not touching roaches.
Today, I am interviewing a first gen student from Zapata, Texas, navigating the college process with determination. Overcoming culture shock and language barriers, she's now studying biology at OLLU while advocating for other first gen students. When she's not in class, Arianna volunteers with new moms at CHRISTUS Hospital and gives back through her church. Passionate and driven, she's turning challenges into opportunities. Now, let's charla con Chávez. Ariana, tell me about yourself. Where are you from? What does your background look like?
I'm from Zapata. No one really knows where Zapata's from, so they originally think it's from Mexico. I'm like, no, I'm from Texas. It's just a small little town near the border, so sometimes people get confused about that. But it's a small town. And everybody knows everybody, like, and we're all related somehow. Like either we're like lost cousins or we're just related in family in that
Mm-hmm.
way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's just a small town, so when I came over here, it was just very different from a whole city.
How did you find Our Lady of the Lake University?
That's that's a good question.
Yeah.
So when I first moved here to San Antonio, OLLU was like the first school that I actually came here and did a tour in
Mm,
high school,
mm-hmm.
and I just fell in love with the campus.
Mm.
I was like, oh, okay, OLLU is such a beautiful campus, and when I heard that OLLU was interested in me, I was like, okay, let me start asking them questions and everything, and I came here.
From Zapata to
Mm,
San Antonio must have been a shock
yes.
culturally. Did you experience some culture
Um,
shock?
yes, a lot, quite frequently.
Okay.
I moved here kind of like roughly around my eighth grade, going on high school year.
Mm,
So when I came here, everybody would just speak English, and
mm,
over there it was more Spanglish. So it was just more like a mixture of like both languages.
mm-hmm.
And so when I came here, I was just so used to talking to my teachers like the way I used to over there. So when
Mm-hmm.
I moved here, I just realized, oh, I can't be talking to them like that. It's
Mm.
um more formal in a way, because back then over there my teachers would know my parents, so they'll come over for like carne asadas and stuff. So yeah, it was a very different culture that I had to experience.
Yeah. Have you found your way around San Antonio?
Yes, now I do. Now Center is my home now.
Yeah. And so, carne asada. Earlier, we were talking about menudo. Have you found any good carne asada or taco or menudo spots, or maybe even pozole here in the neighborhood?
um it's kind of around here, I don't know where, but it's called Eddie's Taco House, and
Okay.
amazing breakfast tacos there, amazing.
What makes those tacos amazing?
Um, they're homemade, so it reminds
Okay.
me of like my grandma's like cookings and
Mm.
stuff, and it's amazing. It's nearly like hers.
So something about a really good taco. It's the tortilla de harina, flour tortilla that has a little bit of flour. Does Eddie's Taco House have
Yes,
have some of that?
yes, they do. They have that, and they also do menudo. And I actually tried it, and actually, it's actually good too.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So Ariana approved menudo at Eddie's
Yes,
Taco House. I'm gonna go try it.
you should. You should.
So Ariana, I understand that you are deeply passionate about education. Who influenced you to really get that passion for education?
My mother. So growing up, my mother was a single mom, so she had to be independent in her way and to raise two childs of me and my little sister.
Mm-hmm.
So when we moved here, she was so forced, not forced, but she was more focused on education, like finish high school, like do what you want to do. And originally, my idea was to go to college. She wanted me to, but since she never went to school in that way, she didn't know how to encourage me. So when I told her, "Hey mom, I want to do like I want to go to college," she said, "Go for it." And she had like the biggest smile on her face ever. And because of her, I'm here now.
What's your mom's name?
Dania.
Danya.
Dania.
Are you gonna see her?
Yes.
soon?
Yes, I'm seeing her today actually.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay. Is she coming to San Antonio or are you going to Zapata?
She's coming to San Antonio for the weekend.
Okay. All right. What is it that you want to do post graduation?
I'm thinking about going to back to school again for my master's.
Mm-hmm.
Um, for biology. So I want to work into a laboratory, so become a like a lab technician
Mm-hmm.
to do more research and just figure out more questions and stuff like that. Because I love the challenge for that.
Yeah.
So maybe after this, it's just go for masters.
What's the weirdest thing that you've dissected? I remember when I was, gosh, was it maybe middle school, maybe elementary school, but we used to dissect owl palates. Do you remember those?
Yes. So I did that and a frog, but the weirdest thing was um a baby cat. It was a baby cat, but like kind of like a fetus, and that was the weirdest thing. I was just like, I was looking at it and I was just like, okay, do I really want to be in biology? But I actually found out like actual cool things about that. I'm just like, okay.
Like, I mean, I don't think I would have the courage to
So,
dissect a baby cat.
I own a baby cat.
Okay,
I
okay.
love him. So when I saw that, I was protesting. I was like, no, I don't want to do this. But they're like,
Okay.
if you want to grade, do it. So I was like, okay. But the cool thing was just seeing how from an animal to us, we also relate to them in certain things of that, like in our ecosystem and everything.
Okay, okay. And so from that passion that you have for education, biology, dissecting a baby cat, how has that translated to your success here at Our Lady of the Lake University?
Friendships, all of that.
Okay.
So that's how I actually opened my mind into going for masters and everything, because I would talk to them saying like, oh, like about this and stuff like that, and we both relate to it.
Mm.
So from all of like my passion and what I'm doing now, my friends also like they're actually going through it too, or they already are going through it. So they told me about it. I'm just like, okay, but they're graduates from here at OLLU. So I'm just like, okay, OLLU is where I'm gonna be here.
So you and your friends share notes
Yes.
about what to do, what not to do.
Yes.
So let's say that you were to write a survival guide. How many chapters would be in that survival guide, and what would you put in there?
Many chapters. About college life, personal life, and everything. One thing that I would say for like a survival here at OLLU is just make friends, because anywhere you go, in any class you go, but how small we are, you'll have them in every class. So yes.
Would you be the single author, or would you invite your friends to be co-authors?
Co-authors.
Okay.
Oh, co-authors. Yes.
Would each one take a chapter on their own, you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
We all put our personal in-depth in there.
Okay. All right. And so what's during your time here at Our Lady of the Lake, what's one hobby or activity that you picked up because of our community?
Reading, because I actually went to the library, and I'm not really
Which is a good thing that you go to the library.
I'm not really a library person myself, like to go like on my free time.
Okay.
So when I went, I actually saw like the great view of the campus, and I was like, okay, and I grabbed a book and I started reading there. So every time I have my free time, I go to the library on the third floor on the rocking chair, and I read a book.
Oh yeah. Okay. So that rocking chair is the one that's overlooking 24th Street.
Yes.
Right. The beautiful view to the chapel.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that a beautiful view?
Yes.
I mean, it's my, this is a secret. It's my favorite view and my favorite spot on campus.
Mine too.
Yeah.
And I'm always reading a book there.
Yeah. Now the rocking chair, they don't let me sit on the rocking chair.
No, for me they do. I'm like, I'm gonna read a book. I'm sitting down. Okay.
Good.
I just sit down.
And if you could have also a scientist or a professor as your lab partner, who would that be?
A professor here on campus?
Mm-hmm.
It would be Professor Bynum. Or if not, Dr. Salas. Both of them. They're both right there.
Hey, so Professor Bynum, he's the one that did the cockroaches out in the mall area last year, right?
Yes, that's him. He loves bugs and everything. Last semester, he brought his pet roaches, and he made everybody grab them by hands, and I said no. So I was in the corner of the room like, no, I'm not touching roaches. But that's Professor Bynum.
How many does he have?
I don't know how many he has, but I know he breeds them because he feeds them to his reptiles, I think he
Okay.
has. So he feeds them.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, they say that they're high in protein,
Oh no, I won't.
but I don't know.
No, not me.
I don't know.
No.
So I also understand, Ariana, that you're a first generation student.
Yes.
How has well tell me about your experiences as a first generation student.
It has an up and down. It's a bumpy road, but at the end of the road is always something good.
Hmm.
That's how I always tell myself.
Hmm.
When I first graduated from high school, I wanted to continue my education, and like I said, my mom was a single parent, so she didn't go to school, so
Hmm.
I didn't have no one to go to. No one, my family went to college, so I
Hmm.
had no one to talk to about this.
Hmm.
So I actually contacted someone here on campus, and
Hmm.
I told them, like, this is my situation. Can you please help me? And they did help me from the first step to right now.
Hmm.
So they helped me with everything. Like I said, it's been a bumpy road, but just for me to have them by my side to help me and everything was a good thing here as a
And how
first
have you
generation.
grown from when you first stepped foot on our campus?
So currently, I'm a tour ambassador. So that's one good thing that I'm doing is because there's some students that are first generations too, or they don't
Hmm.
have that help like how I did.
Hmm.
And since I've been here, I grew and I understand how to like the whole process of it, and even then just questions that they have,
Hmm.
I could help them with that.
And what would your one piece of advice to every first generation student be?
Take your time. Just take your time. Don't rush into anything. If you're struggling and you don't know what to do, take your time and ask.
I got a couple funny questions, rapid fire questions for you. What's your favorite emoji?
The kissing emoji.
Okay. Okay. Can you make an impression of it?
The
Okay. Is that the one that you use the most?
Yes.
Okay. Um, if your sisters had to describe you in one word, what do you think they'd say?
Silly.
Why?
Because I'm always making them laugh.
Okay. Okay. Are you going to make them laugh when you see them next? Do you know
Yes.
what you're going to do?
Don't know. But always make them laugh.
And if you could invent a biology themed ice cream flavor, what would that be?
Kind of like Rocky Road, but with DNA structures in it.
Okay, all right. And it would be named after you maybe, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. By the way, I love ice cream. And I was just telling someone here on campus that last week, the ice cream shop that I go to, um, every Wednesday, once a week, without fail, just put out their seasonal flavors, and they put out a red velvet ice cream, which is really good. And red velvet is my favorite flavor of cake. And now I get ice cream too.
I should try it out.
Yeah.
I'll try it out.
Lick ice cream.
I bite my ice cream.
Okay.
I'm that weird.
Okay.
Everyone tells me, why do you bite your ice cream?
Yeah.
It's just an enjoyment I have. I bite my ice cream.
What questions do you have for me?
I actually have like four questions, but I
Okay.
have them on my phone. So
Okay. Yeah,
it's
that's
gonna be
fine.
your turn now. So my first question is, what is your long-term vision for the university?
Oh, I want Our Lady of the Lake University to be the first choice for students, to be the first choice for faculty, to be the first choice for staff. And I want the world to know who we are, not just the hidden gem of the West Side.
What makes this university campus culture unique?
You, our students. Our students are just so wise, so smart, filled with energy, so kind, so loving. In a very chaotic world, our students are one of a kind. And I put our students toe to toe, shoulder to shoulder, up against any student anywhere. It's our students, clearly.
So how do you stay connected with students, faculty, and our staff?
Oh, a number of ways. So, tacos and pan dulce with the president, which we had earlier today. These conversations, charla con Chávez, is another way. Um, I try to eat as much as possible in the cafeteria, just to listen to students. But also the soup and the food is really, really good. And I think it's no secret that the president really likes the pozole. and the chicken tortilla soup and the orange chicken and the burrito bowls and everything else that we serve. But yeah, and in every way, in multiple ways, I try to just listen to our students, our faculty and staff, attend athletic events.
Okay. Our last question would be, what inspired you to take this role as a university president?
Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm glad you're asking that, Ariana. So when I first learned about Our Lady of the Lake University, that was the first time that I had heard about Our Lady of the Lake University. And this was in 2021, when the search firm contacted me about the presidency role. And the more that I learned about Our Lady of the Lake University, bilingual education, communications disorders, social work, the birthplace of Hispanic serving institutions, and then meeting our sisters of the Congregation of Divine Providence, our students, I just knew that this is the place that I wanted to be, truly. And then I got to see the campus in January of 2022. And quickly I said, nope, I am going to win this competition, which is, I mean, the presidential search. That's what it is, and it's been a godsend, and it's been such a blessing to be here as part of this community.
I actually came here 2021, before you were actually our president, and I could see a difference that you made here on campus, and it's a really really good opportunity for you to be here as our president.
Well, coming from you, Ariana, one of our student leaders, that means the world to me. I promise you. Thank you for that. Now, I have a couple more questions for you. They're easy, very easy questions. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a researcher. I want to help. I want to help people understand the behind science and everything. Maybe figure out ways to help with people that have cancer and everything. So I want to be a big help in the future.
And last question for you. What kind of ancestor do you want to be?
Hmm. I'm not sure.
So, when people ask me what kind of ancestor I want to be, I want to be kind. I want to be loving. I want to be compassionate. I want to be firm. I want to be fair. Above all, I want to serve society. So that's how I think about the type of ancestor that I want to be.
Thinking about myself, I think I just want to be honest. Just honest and being and having that trust.
Hmm.
So honest and trust.
Now, I have a little something for you, Ariana. I got some as my daughter reminds me that she says this is called drip. So I got some Charla con Chavez drip for you. I got a hat for you, Charla con Chavez hat, and a t-shirt, a Charla con Chavez t-shirt, because you, Ariana Ambriz, have said yes to charlar con Chavez.
That's so pretty. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. I appreciate your time. Thank you for your work. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your voice that you're providing to the student body.